Hi, this is Thomas from Believe in the Run.
And this is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And you're watching Between Two Shoes. This is 4 fingers, but it's 2 shoes. And we're today, Meg, what 2 shoes are we talking about? Today! What 2 shoes are we talking about?
We are talking about the Adidas Adidas Prime X Strung versus the New Balance
SC Trainer. And Megan, why would we even compare these 2 shoes?
Because both of these shoes have some insane stack, illegal stack we're talking here.
Illegal.
They both have some carbon, either a plate or some carbon infused rods, and they're both just super, a little bit crazy, fun shoes.
Yeah, crazy fun is correct. I love running in both these shoes. You can't really go wrong with either one of these shoes. Meg, how many millimeters of stack is that?
According to the spec sheet, it's 49.5 in the heel, 41 in the forefoot for an 8.5 millimeter drop. Let's just say 50 millimeters.
Yeah, and you're sitting on top of it. It's not like it cups your foot. And you're gonna see in the SC Trainer, you do get a little bit of a cup coming into the midsole. That one I found you're sitting right on top of. So in the original Prime X with the upper not fitting just right, it was kind of like trying to stand on stilts. I was very unstable. Like when I was going down the street, it rolled my ankle a couple times. The Strung fixed that upper, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I actually ran one of my training runs for this marathon cycle in this. I did 20 miles in it, including a 12-mile race in the middle of it, and loved the way it bounces along.
These uppers, while they're very different, I loved both of them. So with the ST Trainer, you have more of this stretchy knit material that really hugs your foot, while as this one, it has a lot more volume and room for your foot. But I love the way that, and this is all apparently scientific data, athlete driven, all these threads. There's some very scientific terminology we could talk about here, but there's a lot more volume, but it's structured in a way that it gives you support where you need it and not where you don't. And so I really liked both uppers.
I would say between the two, if you're just looking for bounce, that the Adidas Prime X Strung, the bounce from that Light Strike Pro is insane.
Yeah, paired with the energy rods in here, you've got just a crazy bouncy ride. It feels like you've got little trampolines on your feet.
Yeah, this one's more of a cushion feel, more of a soft coming down. You just feel nice and comfortable. For long runs or anything like that, your legs are gonna feel fresh when you're done with the runs. These just both feel really nice. Meg, what's the difference in weight?
You're gonna have, for my size women, 7.5 an ounce difference here. So 7.7 ounces for the women, 7.5 here, 8.7 ounces for that shoe.
And mine was a 2 ounce difference. So it's basically around 9.6 ounces in that one, 11.4 ounces in this one. I don't know if we talked about the stack in this one. I think it's slightly less.
It is, so you're only getting 47 millimeters in the heel, 39 in the forefoot. So similar 8 millimeter drop. I feel like this one has more of that rocker geometry where you get more of that roll through, whereas this one, it's more like you're just bouncing up.
The one thing that is very different in both these shoes is, like I said in the beginning, I had a little trouble with the stability with the upper on the original one. This one, not as much, but it still isn't a stable shoe. This is a shoe you have to balance on when you run. And the faster you go, the more you bounce, and the more you're not worried about it. This shoe, on the other hand, is actually surprisingly stable for how tall it is. It's really stable.
Yeah, and I think that's partially that energy arc here. This sort of spreads out a little bit when you land, and it just gives you a little bit more of a stable platform. There is another very large difference here, and it's kind of the deal breaker, I think, for a lot of people, and that's the price.
What am I gonna have to shell out for the Prime X Strung?
The Prime X Strung is gonna cost you $300, whereas the SC Trainer, still not super cheap at $180, but nearly...
feels cheap at $180 compared to $300.
Yeah.
It's not the only factor that comes down to choosing the shoe. I think if the price was the same, it would be a close call. I actually think the SC Trainer is more usable. I really like this for specific things. This beats the SC Trainer in, say, if I was going race day, I would probably go Prime X, or if I really wanted that bouncy feel, the Prime X is the way to go. But overall, for the majority of your runs, for your training runs, for everything in between, SC Trainer nails it.
I would have to agree. I think between the two, just for usability, like you're saying, the SC Trainer wins here. Also, obviously, the price tag.
If I had one shoe, I could use this for a lot. If this was my only shoe in my running,
you'd get real strong ankles.
I get real strong ankles, but at $300, how many shoes are you gonna be able to afford to back it up? That shoe is not something I'd wanna put on every day.
So I think we both agree for that reason, SE Trainer's gonna take this one.
Boom, New Balance with the win.